off the stream because it's not going. There you go.
Is that my hood dance, baby?
Yeah, the hood dance. Robin Hood with the hood dance. Oh, we never fixed the camera on you. You look hella zoomed in.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Fired! If anyone's got kids, you know when I said what I said, you know what I meant with what I said. Welcome back to Sin City Crypto fam. I'm one of your co-hosts, David. We are coming at you live from Sin City, Nevada with another one of our live shows as we are fixing our camera setup. We're excited to have you. For those of you that are new here, that bled over from around the blockchain, where I want to say your boy or my boy, our boy, Robin, straight killed it. Robin, show your face. We're excited to have you guys. This morning has been a little bit of a shit show, and all of it is my fault. So I would like to take this moment to send a sincere apology to not only my producer, Donnie, my co-host, Robin, but to you, the community. I have let you down, and I apologize. It will never happen again.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm on a rant here. All right, before I start, real quick, if you watched Around the Blockchain yesterday, thank you guys for coming out and supporting. Robin straight up crushed it. This man represented Sin City Crypto like no one could. He was hands down the most well-spoken person on that show. He absolutely crushed it. He didn't win, but we know it's rigged. And also another shout out to the BitBoy channel, BitBoy Crypto, for giving small channels like us that are growing, what is it called? A platform. So we appreciate that. Thank you guys. We're excited to have you. With that being said, allow me to introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola, it's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information and package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, hey, what's going on?
Oh,
Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video yet, what the hell wrong with you? How many likes we got? We got a lot of likes.
88
12
likes.
likes and 7 people in here. So apparently people liked the video and didn't actually like it that much to stay
They
around.
leave.
But you know what? We appreciate that, and also notification bell, blah blah blah. We also do deep dives here, not just the live streams. This is the live stream though. Check out the deep dives. Now, Bitcoin's been consolidating.
You know, okay, this is good. To me, this is great. The last thing you want to see is a big run up and then a big drawdown. We're not seeing that. We're seeing a big run up, consolidation, which is what you want to see in a healthy market. And Robin is looking for. You good? The show is not complete without the figurines.
All right, I need my Gundam out here,
Okay.
and then my graphics card guy.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
Add a little character.
Real quick, before we get into the show, quick shout out, Sweet Potato, Chef Mayad, Angie in the house, Punder, I already said Sweet Potato, Russell, Garrett, Malik, and L58.
I'm not feeling this camera.
Welcome back. Well, we're going to roll with it. We're not going to waste any
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, for some reason, my desk seems smaller. I seem taller. I got this.
I wish I
weird-
was a little bit taller. I
weird
wish my
hat
desk was
thing
smaller.
going on
I
right
wish I was
now.
a-
I don't know,
All right.
man.
Anyway, so what I was saying was, this is not bad, right? When you see a big run up, right, nothing goes up forever. It retraces, it consolidates. I'm just happy to see we didn't see a equally bigger dip after this big run up we saw with Bitcoin and the rest of the altcoin markets. And we're seeing consolidation at a nice level, right around the $43,000, $44,000 range. So this is extremely bullish, in my opinion. We'll look at the technicals in the market analysis section of our show. Robin, you anything else you want to add before we kind of go over the markets here to start?
I want to give a shout out to the chat. All right,
Already
so
did.
we're off to a decent start today. What's up?
You missed the part where I gave everyone shout outs?
Yeah, I did. I think I was.
Telling you this morning is like a shit show, but we got you guys.
We got. Did you say hello to Lil
I
Ketty?
said hello. No, Lily. Lily Katie.
Lil Ketty.
Little cat. Lil Yachty.
Lil meow.
Catty.
Lil meow meow. What's up?
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, and then Russell L58 Malik, what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back. We gave out some Bitcoin. What was that, Nick?
Nick, yeah.
He ain't in here today. You know what he's doing?
He's like, I got my Bitcoin.
He's out shopping, bro. He's out shopping. What you gonna buy with $25 with this inflation, bro?
A gallon of milk?
Uh,
Not even a gallon of gas? The gas is crazy right now, dude.
dude, man.
California, gas
it
is
cost
almost...
me $80 to fill up my my car. Which,
Yeah. My wife drives a CX-9 Mazda, and it takes her... She went from 45 to $70.
$80 for a car. I mean, not an SUV, a freaking car.
Sedan?
Yeah.
Terrible. Speaking of Ferraris.
The Mercedes, bro.
Speaking of Ferraris.
The new Mercedes is nice, bro. Let me tell you.
All right. Go ahead and let's pull up the markets. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, so the market, let me refresh this page. The markets are up 0.5% on the day overall. Bitcoin dominance is continuing to rise. We're sitting at 43.2%. If you're not familiar with what that metric states, it's essentially what percentage of the market cap belongs to Bitcoin. And right now, we've seen low levels around 37, 38. And the highest I've seen in the last year has been what we're looking at now, around 43.2. So Bitcoin dominance used to be in the 70s and 80s. Not anymore. There's too many great projects, too many DeFi projects, metaverse projects out there for Bitcoin to dominate the market that much. But 43.2%, what does that tell me? That tells me in times of uncertainty, people feel Bitcoin is the most certain cryptocurrency asset out there right now, which is why people always say during bear markets, you want to have your money in top projects, i.e. Bitcoin, i.e. Ethereum. Ethereum dominance is sitting at 18.3. All right. Now
I woke up this morning and Bitcoin was at 45,000.
Yep.
And then
it's looking good.
Back.
I'm telling
I thought
you.
it was on the
You know, I went on a rant yesterday and I said that right now, this moment in history is very, very important for Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin can continue to go up during times of war and uncertainty, cryptocurrency will become the leading asset class for people to put their money in. Doesn't matter if it's going good, it's going up. Things are bad, it's still going to go up. All right. Speaking of Bitcoin.
Speaking of good and going up, we going to open up the club today or what, man?
So Mayad asked this question yesterday. He
actually in the chat, I saw earlier.
Yeah, and then he asked
Mayad said, yeah, what up, mate? What happens if we get 21 people? You know what happens if we get 21 people? We have a Vegas party.
Alina, welcome.
And then yeah, basically we were just saying as long as we open up the club, this week, we're gonna give out that $100 for just one day. Either it could be today, it can be tomorrow, it can be Friday.
50 is a baseline, though. We'll always start at 50, and we'll give.
I don't think that's absurd, right?
Hell no.
21 people, like,
dude.
I mean,
you're talking about having 21 people in here?
Yeah. So basically, for the blockchain parlay, for all of you that aren't familiar, we do blockchain parlay on Fridays. A little contest amongst the people in the chat. Pretty simple way of winning money. You just simply type in 2 tokens. But anyways. We give out $50, but we've had a lack of viewership last week. So get to 21 and we'll double it, bro. That's it. Hey, we hit 21, we double it. It's very simple. We're only 11 people away right now.
If you haven't already figured out, Robin and I are both extremely spontaneous. Yesterday, I decided on the live show, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give out $25 Bitcoin to Nick because the chat was kind of dead and Nick was typing away. I was like, you know what? I appreciate that, Nick. Here's $25 in Bitcoin.
You know what? At some point today, I'm gonna give out $25 Bitcoin.
You are?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what.
You don't know when or why?
Yeah. I moved some Bitcoin over.
Yeah.
To wallet.
I like it.
I'll make it $50.
Hey man.
I don't know. Either way, I got Yellowbeard. What's up, bro?
Robin's feeling generous today, guys. So
I don't know what the caveat is.
He's giving away Bitcoin to someone.
I'll tell you what. If we open up the club today, I'll give out $50. I'll send somebody $50 in BTC.
So you'll give out $50 today, and then on Friday, because we hit 21, you'll give another $100.
So, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
There you got it. $50 to someone in Bitcoin. If you guys help us get to 21 viewers, open up the club. There it is.
And it'll be somebody in the chat before we hit 21.
There you go.
So if you show up after we're 21, you ain't eligible.
So make sure you say hi in the chat so we know you're in here before we hit 21.
And then I'll scroll up and just randomly pick a name, and then we'll throw you $50.
Okay. All right. There you go. Sin City Crypto, where we like to give away free money. All right.
I don't like giving away money, but I know y'all like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I like when you give away money. It warms my soul.
You've been the one giving out money lately, but
Yeah.
and then finally I was like, all right, let me move some money.
Let me contribute here.
My Bitcoin,
Thanks, bro.
is all my HODL stuff. So I had.
It's hard to let go, right?
I had. Well,
Hard to
the
let
thing is
go,
I'm not
man.
gonna. So anyways, I opened up a separate wallet. I made a separate wallet and transferred over, like $1,000, and I'm like, all right, that's gonna be my giveaway money.
There you go.
So there we go. Actually, I picked it up when the market dropped to like 43.5.
What was in the last 2 years, Robin? What's the cheapest price you've gotten Bitcoin at? You've been able to scoop Bitcoin. Was
2
it this-
years?
Yeah.
I got I dollar cost average. Every month I buy Bitcoin. So
You have it on just automatic buy.
no, I as soon as I see my paycheck deposit, I just because I don't like to automatic buy.
Yeah.
I'd rather see where the market is, and then I put my limit order in.
Okay.
So if, like, for instance, I'm gonna get some cash. I get paid every 2 weeks, basically, with some other venture job thing business I got. Anyways, we got somebody new in here, Mr. Ramen and Company.
Ramen and
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto, the home of the most entertaining and non-boring cryptocurrency channel out there. No, so basically, once a month, I say the 15th for an example. It's usually in the middle of the month. It doesn't land on the 15th exactly. Anyways, I put my buy order in, a couple $1,000, and then I just I see where the price target is. Say Bitcoin's at 45,000. I'll put in a buy order at 43.8 or something.
Okay.
And then I'll let it sit there. If it doesn't execute within
Where
like
do you-
3 days, I'll just
What platform do you use?
Coinbase Pro.
Coinbase Pro. Okay.
Just because Coinbase lets you remove pretty quickly. So I like to have liquid
agree.
cash because I like to move things off exchange. And if it's on Binance, there's sometimes they're
Binance takes forever.
10
dude.
days sometimes, man. I'm like,
Voyager
bro,
takes forever. KuCoin takes forever.
not that I don't trust the platform. I just like to, I don't know. You never know, man. Maybe all of a sudden there's a world war and I need to cash out or something, I want my BTC on my USB, and
I like it. That's right.
BTC on my USB, baby.
So Ramen said Ramen. We like to give nicknames on the show. We want to call you Ramen. We love ramen. It's delicious. If that's okay with you. If it's not, let us know.
You like the miso ramen or that clear broth ramen?
I like the miso ramen. I like that shoyu.
It's too rich for me,
I
man.
like spicy ramen.
I like the shoyu ramen.
I'm more of a pho guy.
You're more of a FUD guy. You know
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying?
I never had pho until Robin introduced me. He took me to this place in Vegas.
Crypto Bros, what's up?
They had this pickled garlic and jalapenos. Do you remember that?
I do. That place
Oh,
closed.
I
man.
know that.
And the thing was we used to go there so much, we thought that the pickled garlic was a standard. So every time we went to another pho restaurant, we're like, you got pickled garlic? And they're looking at us like we're crazy. They're like, why would we pickle garlic? And why do you need that? like first of all, your boy got hot breath. Right here. Not me, but this boy right here. And one thing he doesn't need is pickled garlic. I'm just going to.
So we know Ramen subscribed. Thank you, my friend, because he said he's a 659 club. Are you from, did you find us from around the blockchain? Let us know. We're curious. Either way, welcome. We're excited to have you.
Oh, there's Nick. Nick, welcome back, man.
Nick, will you confirm you received your $25 in Bitcoin for everyone, please?
Hey, when we get to 21 viewers in the chat, we're going to give out $50 in BTC for people that have already typed in the chat.
Yeah. And then HP said he buys Bitcoin at every $5,000 level, up or down.
$5,000 level?
So let's say you
okay.
take right now. If it gets to 48, he'll buy. If it drops down to 37, he'll buy.
Right.
I think dollar cost averaging, I mean, you really can't go wrong, especially if you plan on holding long term anyways, which you should with cryptocurrency. It shouldn't be a try to get rich overnight type of thing. You should believe in it.
This is an investment. I was talking to somebody.
People treat it like it's a lottery ticket, and I don't understand why.
I was talking to somebody that got in, I think they got into SHIB or something. They're just asking me like about projects. It seemed a little burnt out. They're like, well, my portfolio's down. And I'm just like, I'm like, do you have a 401k? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you plan on cashing it out this month? I'm like, no. I'm like, do you plan on cashing it out this year? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's for retirement, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's what crypto is. Like, it's an investment. Put into it like it's a 401k. Put into it like it's a retirement. Stop messing with it. Simple as that. I buy my Bitcoin. I don't care what the price is this month versus last month. I don't care what altcoins are doing. Like, I buy altcoins too separately, but every month I buy my Bitcoin. And what do? I remove it from the exchange. I put it on USB. And it goes in my bunker, bro. I got a crypto bunker.
Bunker?
Yeah. It's an underground Area 51 Las Vegas style bunker, baby.
Yeah.
You know, hey, first of all, Putin, what's up, bro? You ain't gonna blow me or my wallet up. That's all I'm saying. And you can't hack it because I disconnected it from the network. How you doing?
So I'm actually I was kind of sneak peeking at the chart. I think we'll talk about it later. All right, let's kind of go over the markets here, just generally. Go ahead and pull up my laptop. We have Bitcoin. We've turned red since I have started this segment of our show. We are now down 0.25%.
Now we're green again.
Now we're green again. Red again. Green again. Bitcoin 43.7. We have Ethereum still under 3K. 3K seems like a pretty big resistance level for Ethereum, but with so much happening on the network, when it blows past it, it'll blow right past it. I don't see it having an issue. Like Cardano will have a big problem. Take a long time to get over $1. Huge resistance there, and I think it'll take longer for them to break that than for Ethereum to break 3,000. BNB 407 down. Everything's down 0.25%, so I'm not going to mention those. XRP sitting at 76 cents. Terra Luna still.
Oh, I got a buy order on Cardano at 92 cents. I feel like
You're almost there, buddy.
Yeah.
93 cents. Terra Luna, man, has been on an absolute tear. It went from
Luna.
Woo! Robin's on one today. We're all on one today. No, but seriously, what was it? $50 like 6 days ago? 5-6 days ago? And we talked about it. And Robin keeps saying when the markets are down, Terra Luna tends to go up. And obviously when the markets go up, it goes up as well. And here we see
it also it's when there's high volume. So it's not so much that when it goes down. When it goes down, Terra Luna goes down as well. But when it's slowly bleeding out, and when you're seeing lower lows and lower highs, gradually people start cashing out and removing their position. And so when you go to buy, kind of the same thing. You start stable coining, so that way you got purchasing power. So anyways, it's not always just on the way down. But when Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down, Terra Luna included. Yeah. But when it starts to bounce back, when it starts to consolidate, that's when you see Terra Luna starting to move. Quick little thing here. BitBoy yesterday, when I was talking to him, before the show, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, when you gonna come on the show?" And he seemed I don't know if he was just being nice, but it sounded like he might come on the show. So what we need our Sin City Crypto fam here. Message old Ben Boy. Drop some messages in the chat. Let him know that we called him out, and we'd like him to come over here. Say hello. Come say hello to the community. We have 15 viewers, bro.
Okay.
We're 6 away from opening up.
Okay, 6
We about to have that Vegas party, baby. If I had a bottle of champagne, I would just...
All right, I got a story. Okay. David's story time.
David's story time.
My brother, so those escape rooms where you go and you got to solve clues and stuff. So my brother, his friend was an owner of one of these. And so he had talked to him. He wanted to propose to his fiance, his girlfriend at the time. So they did a special one for my brother and his soon-to-be fiance. And he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I want you to be my best man." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Bottle of 2009 Dom Perignon for $600. I take it to the place. I'm like, "Put this in your fridge. When we come out of it, everyone's going to be there. Surprise. We'll open up the champagne." Long story short, we get to the end. I open the door. Who do I see in the corner with the bottle of champagne? My mom. And what is she doing? Shaking. I'm like, "Mom, if you do not put that champagne down right now, I swear to God, I will disown you. This is not a $10 bottle of champagne you want to spray everywhere. This is freaking Dom Perignon, $600. Put it." I yelled at her. I felt bad afterwards, but there's my story. Yeah.
She shook up $600.
Dude, she's like over here, like, I'm like, dude, put the freaking champagne
go
down.
grab the 2-liter of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, bro. Shit,
Stop
man.
playing around.
Stop playing, Mom. I love you, Mom. Love you. All right.
We should you know what? Let's get a bottle of Dom P.
Okay.
We'll put it here on the desk.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep it right here, right where this action figure is. We're gonna put a bottle of Dom P.
Okay.
And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna open it up on the show. How's that sound? You down?
Yeah. It's a good idea.
I like it.
Okay. All right. We got a new person in the chat.
Where is it?
Berlin.
Berlin. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the most entertaining and sometimes pointless conversation that has nothing to do with crypto, but we keep it fun and juicy.
That's right.
That's right.
Welcome to the Crypto Fam. We're excited to have you. Where are you watching us from? Curious to know. Where in the world or in the U.S.?
Maybe Berlin.
That would make too much sense.
Who was it? You know what? Before we went live,
What?
before we were on before we went live on Around the Blockchain,
Oh
Mac
my
and
God.
Cheesy was like, hey, where are you broadcasting from? And I'm like, I didn't even say nothing. I was just like, and he was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And I'm just like,
Oh man, that was a fun show yesterday, bro. Seriously, you did a great job, man. Good job.
dude,
That was
did
awesome.
Crypto Face not look like
Dude.
he looked like
Two things. He looked like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
yeah, that's a given. But he looked like
Tropic Thunder.
the Tropic Thunder. I'm a lead farmer.
All right, so Tropic Thunder, we're getting so off topic here, but it's Wednesday, it's hump day. We want to have some fun. If you guys have ever seen Tropic Thunder, put a 1 in the chat.
You know what?
It is my
Here,
all-time favorite movie
here's
ever.
a couple things with Tropic Thunder. Okay,
What an
it's
amazing
been
movie.
blacklisted. I mean, you can't
Come
see it.
on,
You can't see
man.
it. Okay, you got Robert Downey Jr. face paint. I'll just leave it at that. He also drops the R word, and a lot of
No.
times, but unfortunately, it's. I mean, they ousted the Disney movie because of racial
makes
stuff
me
as
sad.
well. So.
I'm not saying I agree with racial slurs. I'm just saying like that
Oh, we
movie
got
was
somebody else.
so good.
Sonfils. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
HP bringing the heat. HP inviting people in. That's right, guys. Invite your friends, invite your family. Have them come in, say hi to the chat. We're opening up the club today. All right, so I want to ask you this question, Robin.
Que pasa?
Out of, let's just take, I'm not even going to say out of. What do you think will be the most talked about crypto that's not Ethereum or Bitcoin this year? Good or bad? What do you think will be the most talked about?
This year, 2022.
2022.
What's going to be the most hyped up project?
Not necessarily hyped up. It could be just the most talked about. People just are talking about it, whether it's good, whether it's bad.
I don't know. I don't think there's going to be any new price. I don't think there's going to be any new projects that shine. I just don't think there's enough retail FOMO right now to take a project that isn't in the forefront and bring it up. Basically, right now, who is trading crypto right now? Who is in? It's these long-term hodlers. They found the projects they're interested in. They've embedded themselves in that community. You're not gonna all of a sudden bring in a couple million people that don't know what to invest in, and all of a sudden they start picking this new project. And these hodlers or these people that have been around, been through some cycles, they got their projects. You got your Cardano homers, you got your XRP army, you have your Ethereum, your Bitcoin maxis. These people aren't gonna move into something else. And now, not to say that there won't be another project, but the next bull run or when things start picking up again, I think right now we just have a continuation. I think this is kind of like the long-term consolidation. That's the cycle. Like everyone's talking about, oh, Bitcoin cycle, big run up, blow off top, crash. There's too much money in here now. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, it trades more like Wall Street now.
Yeah.
And in Wall Street, there is big pullbacks. There are big crashes, but it's like every 8 to 10 years, 12 years, things like that. And even then, with the exception of the housing crash, I mean, most of the time you just go into a bear market and you just go through a gradual decline. And then there's things that happen and you do a reversal. And then over time you have more of a bull market. I think crypto is in that same boat. And everybody wants to look at what Bitcoin did. They're talking about, oh, we had a double top in 2013. Bro, no, how big was the network in 2013? It was like 100,000 people trading
a
Bitcoin.
baby network.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's like talking about what Wall Street did in 1922. Like, it's irrelevant to what is going on now.
Yeah.
And so to look back at 2012 and talk about that cycle, looking back at 2015, 2016, 2017, even then it was still a baby or an infant compared to what it is now. And so
I love babies.
I think you like babies?
Love babies.
Babies are cute.
Yeah.
Big old chubby cheeks.
Chubby babies are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Zombie, welcome back. Leon, welcome back. So this is the second time Leon's asked about a Forex cup and handle. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a special cup and handle called Forex or if you're just referring to the Forex markets, but this is what a cup and handle looks like. It's a U-shaped and then a handle that kind of tilts down. It is a bullish signal. This is one of the longer patterns. Takes a long time to completely fulfill, but it's pretty dead on accurate. So if you see a cup and handle like this, expect it to break to the upside. It does about 90% of the time. Okay? All right. So for me, to answer my own question, I think it's Cardano. I think between two things, I think people are going to talk about it in a negative way. The price isn't moving. Why isn't it at $10? Why isn't it at $20? They're doing nothing. The project's dead. Then on the other side, you're going to have the homers, the people that see what's going on behind the scenes. They're already doing big things in Africa. The lending protocol is launching. The Ethereum, the bridge is it's in its test net. So good, bad. I think it's going to be the most talked about crypto in 2022. I can definitely see Cardano slipping out of it's almost out of the top 10. It's sitting at number 9. I think Avalanche is going to, I don't know. Never mind. Avalanche is about 11 billion away.
No, I said it yesterday on the Around the Blockchain, man. Last year,
you made a good point, man. You made a really good point.
Last year, nobody would shut up about Cardano.
Yeah,
including you. Every YouTuber,
including you,
and everybody. It was just this giant hype craze, and everybody was FOMOing in. $1.10, $1.80, $2. Nobody cared.
FOMOing in at $3.
Yeah, and so it's like it's 80 cents. Right now it's 90 cents, but it was at 80 cents just last week.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, solid project. The dApps are coming. It's functional. It's working. Good team.
Let me ask you this question, right? Because I feel like some people in the crypto community, and I'm not saying our people in the chat, but a lot of people in the crypto space, investors, are very fickle, right? If a project launches super fast, price goes up, and then they have issues, people complain. When the project takes their time,
blockchain has issues
to do it the right way and to decrease the amount of issues it has, people complain, and there is no happy middle ground. So
what has been the complaint of Cardano? What has been that
the price?
The network is well, yeah. What I'm saying, like,
it's moving too slow. Are they really doing anything?
The network is congested. Ethereum's network has been congested for 4 years. They've been at 100% freaking traffic. Every time you put in a gas order, every time you're paying that gas price is because you're outbidding somebody at the bottom that can't get into the network.
Yeah.
So you're literally at 100% capacity on Ethereum since the dawn of time, and everybody's trying to outbid each other for the gas wars. That's how the price of gas comes in. If the network, theoretically, if the network wasn't at 100% congestion, your transaction gas fee would only be what the transaction fee is.
Yeah.
So less than $1. That's why people are like, well, that's why Tron is that's why Tron
Who
is
said
cheap.
Tron yesterday on Around
Harmony
the
is
Blockchain?
cheap.
Was that Crypto Face?
Well, no, I don't want to bring in Harmony. That's not really.
Was that Crypto Face yesterday that he said Tron is his go-to, right?
But anyways, what I'm saying is that if you get a network and it's not at max capacity, then the transactions are dirt cheap. And the model that Ethereum has is that you're at 100% congestion, so you can only do, I think it's 11 transactions per second. So you got 11 transactions per second going through, And you know what? I don't know. Can you check it? I
What?
don't how many transactions per second
For what?
Ethereum is. I
Oh,
think it was
it's 30.
is it 30?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 30 transactions per
Can
second.
do up to 30 per second.
And so if you have 100 people trying to execute a transaction, then
Currently, oh God, currently it does 4.61, but
Yeah,
it supposedly can do up to 30.
I heard 11 at some point, but
That's sad.
Bitcoin does 5 transactions per second too.
That's sad. 4
Yeah.
transactions a second. Ugh, it's terrible. Okay,
Are we even going to get into our hot take? It's been 30 minutes.
we are. We're getting into our hot take right now. Let's roll it right into our hot take.
It's hot.
Mucho fuego, baby.
Robin, what's the hot take today, my dude?
Well,
Well.
not only are my armpits hot, but I got a really good hot take here. So, hold on. We used to our intro used to say, coming live from Las Vegas, the sweaty armpit of America.
That was not our intro. You said that one time when we first launched our channel in your loft, and I thought it was hilarious, but we never used it again. I'm happy we haven't.
Coming live from the sweaty armpit of America, Las Vegas. No, so today's hot take is brought to you by Kellogg's. It's
What?
not brought to you by anybody.
All right, what's the hot take, man? Come on.
You're the one that normally reads the hot take. Okay.
Yeah, you're reading it
You're
today.
messing up my flow today, man. All right. So the hot take today is Bitcoin going to close March, the end of the month, green or red? Where we at? We'll say over 45,000 or under 45,000.
No, I'd say let's shoot for
I'll send
50.
it over to you first.
Let's shoot for 50.
No, it's green or red month, bro. Simple as that.
Month?
The price in March was 45,000.
Okay.
Or 44,000. Are we closing the March above
44 or below,
Or below.
44.
green or red? Simple question. What we got? You're the TA guy here, bro. What we got?
I'm looking at the chart. Why are you laughing over there, bro? You all right? Sammy back?
Yeah, does Sammy sneak in here? A third account?
I'm gonna say we're gonna close in the red.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm looking at the chart, and then I'll share my laptop with you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the chart, and I'm just like, triple top. That's not good. That's not good at all. And it's the same resistance level here. It's the 44 to 46. So, barring anything like a spot ETF or the XRP case goes bye-bye or something big, I think we're going to struggle to get outside of the zone. So I'm going to say we're going to enter the red. I hope I'm wrong. Here's a great thing about crypto is when you think the market's going down and you're wrong, you're happy. If you think the market's going down and it goes down, well, I was right. So it kind of gives you some self-fulfillment. So I'm going to say we're going to close in the red. I already know what Santa Claus over here is going to say. Santa, what do you say?
Oh, I already know, baby.
Oh, wait.
What's up?
We had 22.
We had 22?
We had 22 viewers. We hit 22. Did we hit 22?
I want to see 20.
What was the all-time? You can see the stats.
Thought we was about to open up the club. All right, so
All right. I'll check it right now.
So for me, I'm you already know your boy. He's super green.
He's
I'm super
super
bullish.
green.
That's right. That's right. Your boy bullish here. And let me tell you something. I'm not just saying it on a whim. I'm not just saying it because I'm trying to get favoritism here, because we all know I'm your favorite co-host here. But I am saying it because the fundamentals are lining up. We see that the population, the general population, the public, they're scared in Russia. The altercations and the wartime and the invasion in Ukraine, we see that what that's doing to their currency and their monetary system. And there's little recourse besides moving your money into crypto. If you want to protect your buying power, you want to protect your savings, you have so many question marks. I mean, if you're a Ukrainian citizen, there's probably a good chance that Russia overtakes Ukraine, right? Don't you agree?
I don't.
Now, whether or not it happens, I'm just saying it's a possibility,
Yeah.
regardless of how much you think it is, 80%, 10%, 1%, 99%, whatever it is. You got to realize that you're getting invaded by another country, and there's at some point some likelihood that'll happen or they'll be successful. And so if that happens, your entire money system is gone. The entire system. Whatever you have in your savings account, gone. Whatever you have in your checking account, gone. You're not going to be able to buy stocks right now. You can't use. So what are you going to do? You either buy gold, an asset. You can't buy a house because what happens if Russia takes over?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So where I'm at here is that you have very few recourse. Precious metals, things of that nature, or cryptocurrency. Yep. You can buy a Bitcoin, and then if you gotta flee, you can go to another country, and then you can cash it out. You can survive. And so that's just one reason that we got
in the green.
And not to mention, you got institution. You never really had the big fall off for the bear market. We had the big retracement. I mean, we went down almost 50% of all-time highs, but we bounced back pretty quickly. And as I mentioned, I think we're just going to trade sideways for a little while.
And then on the last day of March, we're going to go up. Hey, I swear to you, bro, we hit 22. I watched it. It said 22.
I only saw 20 on my side.
A lot of people are saying we hit 21.
Did we?
Did we hit 21? HP.
You know what?
HP, did we hit 21?
You know what? We're going to take the word of the people. We're going to take the word of the people. Let's open up the club. We got to our number. Let's go. Everywhere, bro.
Pouring C4 on my face. All right. So I have an idea on the fairest way to give someone the Bitcoin.
What was that? I poured water all over my desk.
Did you really? Did
Yeah,
you
you
get the
didn't see it?
microphone? You didn't get any of the equipment, did you?
Does it matter?
What happened to
another
your
one.
$3,000 thing? Oh, yeah. So what happened was we opened up the club and I sprayed water everywhere. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say.
I'll pick somebody.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna scroll and hit the finger.
No. What you should do is you should write a number, and 1 to 100. The person that gets the closest, show the number, and then they
That's stupid, man. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna just drop my finger.
do it at the end, though. Do it at the end. Do it at the end. Do it at the end. Do it at the end of the show.
Okay. Well, I already picked him.
Okay, but don't say anything. Do it at the end of the show,
Okay.
and not someone who's already won the blockchain parlay. To make it fair.
It doesn't matter. No, if you
Come on, man.
You can't just. You can win.
Spread the
multiple
love, bro.
times. I already picked him.
Let me
The
pick him.
finger is chosen. The finger is chosen.
No, don't say it, because then no.
All right.
Just
Anyways,
don't say it.
somebody in the chat just won 50. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it away now. You know what? No, we ain't gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna drag this thing on and make people wonder. Russell, my boy Russell. We're sending you $50 in Bitcoin. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Okay, Russell.
So there you go, Russell. You at the end of the show, we'll link up with you. We'll get your BTC wallet address, and then we'll send $50 in Bitcoin your way. Thank you so much. I'm glad the finger landed on Russell. He's been a long time supporter.
Yeah.
He's been in the chat since almost day one.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you, bro. We'll send you $50 in Bitcoin, and let's get the show going.
Awesome.
What do we got? Talking points next.
All right. Yeah, let's get into talking points.
Let's go.
All right, first article here. Breaking news, Ukraine announces airdrop as crypto aid crosses $50 million. The Ukrainian government said on Tuesday it would airdrop crypto donated to the country's official wallet as donations crossed 50 million. The country's official Twitter handle said an airdrop was confirmed and that a snapshot would be taken on March 3rd at 6 p.m. Kiev time, which is 4 p.m. General Mountain Time. All right, and this is a tweet from actually the country of Ukraine. The people of Ukraine fighting for our freedom are forever grateful to Gavin Wood for the generous donation of $5 million of Polkadot as promised. Thank you from all of us here in Ukraine working for a peaceful future. And then they go on to talk about the airdrop. So This is not really anything you want to spend too much time on as far as a talking point, but just to kind of let you guys know, if you donated, thank you.
We put a link in the chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
we put a link in the chat if you guys want to donate.
Binance. That's the Binance's link. So if you want to donate, we still need to send something. We're gonna send something by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And
here's what I love.
Doing the show,
Here's what I love about crypto donations. Right, everything is public ledger, so you don't ever donate money and worry if the people that actually you donated the money to got the money. You can literally trace everything back. They're doing the airdrop in 2 days, right? March 3rd. No, tomorrow. They're doing it tomorrow. So we can reference, we can check the blockchain, the ledger, so we know that money went to the people that we wanted the money to go to.
There's been a lot of these set up. So you have Bitcoin. They had the public address. So the Ukrainian official Twitter account posted a Bitcoin and Ethereum address for taking donations. And you also have Shiba Inu join Dogecoin. Excuse me. So Dogecoin is now.
Don't say Dogecoin. I got PTSD.
So Dogecoin has listed a address as well, and now you got Polkadot. There was another one too. So basically, all these communities are getting together, and yeah, they're throwing down, man.
Helping out the people of Ukraine.
So good to see that.
I love it. So tomorrow's a big day. So hopefully it helps out the people of Ukraine, the military, whatever, wherever the money's going. So, all right, next article. Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Didn't see this coming. The war underscores the need for crypto regulation. I swear to God, these limey, grimy snake of politicians and people in the freaking federal government here in the U.S. are so, like, you're using a war in another country to say, to push your agenda forward. We need crypto We've needed crypto regulation whether there was a war or not a war. Stop trying to piggyback on something that's happening overseas to try to push your agenda. It's absolute horse shit. Anyways, back to the article. Fucking hate. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said Russia's invasion of Ukraine could emphasize the need for cryptocurrency regulation to prevent sanctioned individuals from using cryptocurrency to evade sanctions. This is a quote from him. The Ukraine-Russia conflict underscored the need for congressional action on digital finance, including cryptocurrencies. We have this burgeoning industry, which has many parts to it, and there isn't in place the kind of regulatory framework that needs to be there. Robin?
And the writing's on the wall. We've already talked about it earlier in the show. You see the need to protect your assets, your money. And there is no option for the citizens of Ukraine. If the banking system just goes bye-bye, so does your money. And so unless you know a gold dealer or you can go down to your local pawn shop, probably not. And so your option, use that. Powell is obviously referencing, the getting away from sanctions. So there was like over, I think it's $40 billion that has been seized by United States government and the EU from the Russian billionaires. If you
How much?
over $40 billion. So their total wealth, this was another YouTube channel I was checking out. They said their total wealth was around $800 billion for all the individuals that are sanctioned, all the Russian oligarchs, and so all their wealth together, almost $1 trillion. So a lot of these people are trying to protect their money, and you know what? So that's their concern. Hey, they're like, hey, we dropped sanctions on these people. They're subverting our sanctions. They're putting their money in crypto. What else are they gonna do? So it'll suck, man. Have you ever had your yacht seized?
No.
No.
I don't look forward
It's got to be a bad day, man.
Yeah, we got a new person.
You're like, damn it.
We got someone new in the chat.
Oh, Lion. Hola. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. We're just going to call you MGM from now on. Thank you.
Gold and Lion, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Lion Gold,
We
man.
give everybody
I like
nicknames
it. That's
here.
a good nickname.
And welcome back, Music. Good to see you back in here. And also, Fred, welcome back as well.
MGM. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Welcome to the most entertaining.
Got a lot of new people in here.
Yeah. I think
We like to give away free money, and on Fridays we do a blockchain parlay where you can win between $50 or upwards of $100 in Bitcoin just by picking 2 projects in the top 100 you think are gonna be the best performing. So, welcome to all the new people. All right, so again, we need regulation. Don't use the freaking war to try to push your agenda forward. Stop it. All right, we're moving on.
mm-hmm.
Democratic senators ask Treasury to report on work on Wait, what? Democratic senators ask Treasury to report on work on crypto sanctions. Okay, like a mind meld reading that. 4 members of the Senate Banking Committee are asking what the Treasury Department is doing about crypto in the context of sanctions policy. There are growing concerns that Russia may use cryptocurrencies to circumvent the broad new sanctions it faces from the Biden administration and foreign governments in response to its invasion of Ukraine. The letter reads, which was a letter that was tweeted out by Senator Elizabeth Warren. The letter particularly highlighted decentralized finance as an area of concern, asking, quote, how has the growth of DeFi arrangements and services affected malign actors' ability to circumvent sanctions, as well as OFAC's ability to enforce sanctions? All right. So, Robin, what are your thoughts?
I wasn't paying attention.
You're not?
Which article are we on? I was talking to producer about something over here. Donnie, you distracted me. Oh, here we go. Democratic senators. I read the articles beforehand, so
okay.
I just forgot which one we're at. So ask Treasury to report on. Okay, I don't know what the hell the Democrats got an issue with cryptocurrency. You know, you're supposed to be representing the people. You know, the ideologies that Republicans are more business oriented. You know, you basically create a great corporate infrastructure, and then in turn, you entice companies come and create jobs by, you know, basically if you can convince Toyota to put a big ass headquarters here in the U.S., you're going to create a lot of jobs, and then like that, you're going to empower the citizens. Blah blah blah. So now the Democrats, their thing is to tax the businesses, and
their thing is to tax everything
and make it easier for the individuals. So you get a lot of a lot more tax breaks, more money to the people, and basically you support the population, and then the population does good, and then in turn that drives business. So not to say that one ideology is right or wrong, but here's the thing: if you're trying to empower the people here, Democrats, if you're trying to diversify the wealth and get the lower class back to middle class and get the middle class back to upper class, because there's been a transfer of money. There's been a transfer of wealth, and we've seen the middle class go to the lower class. So anyways, let people use investment vehicles. Let people decide for themselves. Let people say, hey, I don't want to keep my money in a savings account. I don't want to make my money work for me. And you know what? The stock market can be kind of confusing.
But what is it? Okay, so everything you're saying is right, but what does it have to do with this article?
That the Democrats want to add on the wrong article.
So this, like every point you made was great.
Yeah,
I'm just saying this specific article talks about.
You know what I'm going to say here?
What?
Hola, Harry. Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Saved by the new person.
So, home of unprepared analysts here. No,
I'm just kidding. No, so listen. Okay, so this article essentially says there's some Congress people that are worried about what is the government, what are regulations doing to prevent countries like Russia, who get handed down economic sanctions, to not be able to circumvent those sanctions using cryptocurrency. So, you know, this has been a hot topic, and it goes on to say that DeFi is an area of concern. And the quote was, how has the growth of DeFi arrangements and services affected malign actors' ability to circumvent sanctions, as well as OFAC's ability to enforce sanctions? So they're saying DeFi is an issue. DeFi is the reason that these governments are able to circumvent sanctions. And it's hindering OFAC's ability to enforce sanctions. So,
Well, it's just the natural evolution of moving over from the traditional system to the new system. So we're removing power from the government, and in doing so, there's positives and negatives. So if you're removing the power of the sanctions, as an example, that's just a side effect. So you can't just pick and choose what parts of a new network you want to use.
right.
If you're gonna have wide stream adoption of the internet, you're gonna have things that you might not like fake news, people's opinions. You might have terrorist things happen. It's all part of the game, but you can't necessarily censor the whole damn thing because of certain variables that you don't agree with. And so, are there positives and negatives to adopting crypto on a global stage between governments? Yes. Do the positives outweigh the negatives? Hell yeah. I mean, look what's going on in Canada. Look what's going on around the world. It's a mess. And so, you know what? Stop harping on the things that are always negative. See what works better. Where does the pendulum swing? Is it more beneficial to adopt something knowing that you're going to have few setbacks? Yes, that's my opinion. So,
Yeah, I think. Are you going to be able to pass something that'll 100% stop governments from circumventing sanctions with cryptocurrency? Probably not. There's always going to be loopholes, as there are in the current monetary system right now. So we'll see. But I do agree, something definitely needs to be, because if you're trying to help stop a war in Ukraine by doing sanctions, and Russia's just going to circumvent those with crypto, then there's no point, right? It's bad for the Ukrainian people. It's bad for the whole world. It's bad for everyone. It's good for Russia, but that's not the point. So we definitely need to see something. I just don't trust these politicians to come up with something that makes sense. That is my biggest concern.
yeah.
Do I think we need more regulation? Yes. Do I think we need taxes? Yes, right? If you make money, you should pay taxes. Okay? But you just you don't know. These guys are so, you can buy these guys with a pizza and a Big Mac from McDonald's. And these are the people that
I ain't eating no breakfast today, bro. You
Me
better
neither.
calm down, okay?
that are getting millions of dollars put in their pockets to create laws and regulations that benefit the people that are paying them. So I don't trust them to do the right thing and come up with the right regulation, the right tax code. That's my only concern. But yeah. Let's move on. Federal Reserve. This guy again? God, so ugly.
Didn't we just leave this damn dude's face?
That's what I'm saying, bro. But now he's talking about rate hikes. Federal Reserve Chairman Powell sees rate hike this month as, quote, appropriate. Wow, we agree on one thing.
There's this going on. This is narrative.
There's
The peop-
this going on.
This is-
There's this going on.
something's going on up in here. Let me tell you something. So now this is narrative going on that, hey, now that there's an altercation in Russia and Ukraine, now that there's an invasion, war, whatever you want to call it, we're not gonna raise interest rates. Let's not kid ourselves. Inflation's out of control. It's only going to get worse because of the wartime events. And the simplest and easiest and fastest and smartest way of addressing it is to raise interest rates. People stop borrowing money they can't afford to pay back. And it's very simple. How does the government raise money? Okay, you got the GDP, but the one of the biggest ways is that they lend out money to the banking system. And then in turn, the banking system pays an interest rate. Just in the same way that I go take out a loan, the banks do the same thing. But instead of the banks borrowing it from another bank, they borrow it from the U.S. government, and the government has their federal interest rate. So that's a huge revenue stream for the country. And so if you're trying to balance your books, if you're trying to pay for all of the things that you keep printing money out for, here's the thing: they keep coming out with all these new proposals, all these new infrastructure bills, and all this money printing, and they're not bringing in revenue to cover the cost. That's where the inflation comes in at. And so as much as it kind of sucks to take a punch in the face or the gut for raising inflation, for raising the interest rate, it's all part of the broader economics. And unfortunately, I don't, yes, I'm in cryptocurrency, but I don't want to see inflation get out of straight control. I don't want to see inflation just run rampant for the simple fact that, hey, it's good for my portfolio. You know what? I want to see our country prosper. I want us to see us be an economic powerhouse, and we're losing that slowly. And our biggest revenue stream is the money that we lend out to the banks. And the banks, don't kid yourself. They're charging you. You go take out a 30-year mortgage, you're paying 2 times what the house is worth at the end of the mortgage. You take out a $300,000 loan or mortgage on a 30 years, you're paying back like $580,000. That's absurd.
It's ridiculous.
And then on top of that, that money that they're lending you, they got it from the government, and they're charging them 0% interest. That's where this is where the system is broken. And so, okay, I understand why we went from 2% down to 0. It makes sense because nobody was working because of our March shutdown. But that was in 2020. We're 2022.
2 years, man.
It is time to get the revenue stream back into this country, because we're like that deadbeat dad here that is just like, he ain't got no job, but yet he's racking up the credit card bills, buying things he don't need to be buying. Like, you don't need the Gucci belt. You ain't got no job, bro. You ain't bringing in no money. Like, stop it. That's my issue with this, man. And I'm not sitting here saying, hey, we should increase the interest rate to 10%. I'm not. Just make some kind of money to pay for all the things that you're sending out.
I have an idea. It's so simple. You wonder why you didn't think about it. Print more money. Just print more money. Right, Robin?
That's literally what I just... Get out of here, man. I will throw something at you, bro. Not in the mood.
All right, let's get back to the article. Okay, before I get back to the article, sorry, Donnie.
Hey, Crypto Sensei's back in here, bro.
What up, Eagle Fang?
You know, he was there for the first blockchain parlay. He never returned, man.
Yeah. He doesn't like free money, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was going to ask, who's worse?
Well, where'd DFib at?
We're over DFib. Who's worse? Gary Gensler or Jerome Powell? Like, if they're both standing in front of you and you could fight one of them, who would you fight? I'm going Gensler.
Yeah, for sure. No. Here, Jerome Powell, he's just trying to make everybody happy. No, I'm serious. He's trying to, so Jerome Powell was a Republican. He was appointed by Donald Trump.
He was appointed by a Republican president.
Yes. And he is the first, what is his position? The federal chairman. He was the first Fed chair to get reappointed by another president, because they set up the cabinet
in another
in an opposing party, so the Democratic Party. So how did he do this?
He did this because
he kept everybody happy.
No, that's not why. That's not why they did that. They did that because the last thing they want to do in times of uncertainty and crazy inflation is to change Fed chairs. That is exactly why.
No, my opinion is that he's a people pleaser. And what does a people pleaser do? He hands out. He gives out. And he gives out money. And he keeps freaking printing. And
Betty.
Yeah, so that's what I got.
No, I disagree with you. Literally, like, you can read about it. They literally just didn't want to change a Fed chair in the middle of the economy being in the shits. So
I'm telling you.
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 All right, back to the article while we tell each other. This is the same article, by the way, about the Fed chair raising interest rates. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is telling U.S. lawmakers Wednesday that the U.S. Central Bank is on track to raise interest rates this month for the first time in 3 years because of high inflation, a tight labor market, and strong economic demand. Quote, with inflation well above 2%. Ha! Did this dude say with inflation well above 2%?
More like 10%.
And this is why I said what I said. We can't trust these fucking assholes to do the right thing, to tell us the right thing, to tell us the truth. With inflation well above 2%. What was inflation last month, Robin?
7
What was it the month before?
7.6%.
What was it for the entire year of 2021?
6.8%.
Stop the bullshit. Well above 2%, my ass. God, fuck. I'm trying to do a better job of not cursing, but sometimes I'm sorry I can't help
They're
myself.
forecasting with this Ukraine-Russia conflict, they're forecasting over 8% to come out this month.
I believe it. And I think that number is still low.
Yeah,
I think it's closer to 10, 11%.
I think it's closer to 15, 20.
We're like a third world country now.
The price of everything has went up more than 6%.
Oh, 100%.
Price of gas is up like 50%. And if you go back to 2020, it was up. It's up over 100%.
You know, it's gotten so bad that Arizona teas that are always have on their can 99 cents, they had to raise their price. If a company and a brand hasn't raised their price,
hold on. Arizona teas ain't 99 cents anymore?
No.
This is some bullshit. That shit since the dawn of time has been 99 cents. If I want to consume way too many grams of sugar in a large can format,
that's what I
should
saying,
be able to do it for just 99 cents.
If they're raising the price of something they haven't touched the price on for years, you know inflation is bad. Anyways, with inflation well above 2% and a strong labor market, we expect it will be appropriate to raise the target range for the federal fund rate at our meeting later this month, said Powell. Although many traders have already priced in a possible rate hike in March after the central bank hinted at such an outcome, after the most recent FOMC in February, questions remain as to the magnitude of any rate hike. So Robin said this on Around the Blockchain yesterday. They were talking about when the interest rates do get raised, what's going to happen to the price. And what did you say, Robin? I don't want to.
This is all baked in already, man. There is an expectation from Wall Street and general economists that we are going to raise our interest rates 0.25 or 0.5% or 25 basis points or 50, whatever, however you want to say. Anyways, it's coming this month. And this has been determined as far back as December, January, which happens to coincide with the same time that the stock market dropped. So that was in reaction to the expectation of it dropping. So it's already baked in. It's already accounted for. Now, let's say, for example, they came out of March and we went up 1.5% or 1%. Yes, at that point, it's a shock. It's outside the expectations. Then you would see crypto, the stock market, the global economy probably take a step back for that reason. But we're expecting this. It's coming. It's already baked in. Just like when here in Vegas, we love our Vegas analogies. You go to the sports book and you're like, hey, I'm going to bet on this game because I just found out it's going to rain. And I think now the score is going to be less than what is posted because you don't score as many points when it rains. So you walk up to the counter and you're like, I'm going to take it the under. The price is already baked in. They already expect that. The analysts, the smart people, they already understand that because of the weather conditions have changed, they also changed the number of the game. So they've already accounted for the fact that the score isn't going to be as high. So pull it back. So it's the same here in economics. You think you all of a sudden know something nobody else does. Like, hey, man, they about to raise these interest rates by 20.25%. The market's going to crash. No, everybody's already expecting it. So there you go. That's my take.
All I'm saying is I hate our government officials. All right. We're going on to our next article. This is pretty big. Airbnb, which is one of the leading, what are they? Leading,
you know what? Here, real quick. Here's a little side story here.
Is it story time?
Sure, why not? Go ahead, roll the story time. Let's go. So I came to the realization that these new companies here are basically the new decentralization of the corporate world. And when I say the new decentralization of the corporate world, just like we're taking the old government system where you had money only being controlled by the government, you have a privatized system where I control the money. I decide. The people decide how money is going to be spent and moved around. And the same thing can be said when you look at Uber, when you look at Airbnb. These companies, there's no longer a need for a taxi company. Do you see taxis in Vegas that much anymore?
Not as much as I used to.
The
No,
things are gone.
not even close.
Why? Because it's been decentralized. There was a centralized entity, which was the cab company. And that centralized entity, we found out is cheaper, it's easier, it's more efficient, and you give the power to the average citizen to run that company. And it's the same as running your own finances. And so story time is essentially about cryptocurrency today, unfortunately. Normally my story time is way on some weird
That might be
tangent.
a good thing.
But do you agree, David?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, do you kind of relate with Uber and Airbnb?
Well, you're cutting out
as-
the middleman.
You're cutting out,
Right.
cutting not the middleman. You're cutting out the big man. And just like
Oh, yeah,
just
that's
yeah.
right.
So
You
just
are the
like
middleman.
crypto is cutting out the government from controlling finances and giving the power to the people. Instead of you having to call a weird phone number and be on the phone and be like, I need a taxi here at a corner of blah blah blah, and then you wait. The last time I caught a taxi, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe
Mine
longer.
was longer, bro.
Anyways,
ago.
I called a taxi, and it took over 1 hour for the taxi to get there. It was like an hour and 30 minutes. And from that point forward, I was like, never again. That was the last time I called a taxi. And so faster, more efficient, cheaper when you give power to the citizens. And so, yeah, that's my story time. So,
Thank you, Robin, for that.
you're welcome.
All right, we're moving on. We're running a little long today, so we'll speed it up. Airbnb looking to support crypto while focusing on free housing for 100,000 Ukrainian refugees. Airbnb confirms that it is looking to support cryptocurrency. The company has also offered to provide housing for up to 100,000 Ukrainian refugees. This is absolutely amazing. Excuse me. The CEO of Airbnb, Brian Chesky, talked about crypto and his company's efforts to help the Ukrainian refugees in an interview. And in here, Airbnb. This is Chesky was asked if Airbnb supports crypto, since some people in Ukraine are trying to take payments in crypto following Russia's invasion, and he replied, Airbnb is, I am personally supportive of the idea of crypto. Of course, I think it's really interesting technology. We are absolutely looking into this and specific to this crisis. How huge would it be if you can pay for your Airbnb in crypto? You know what, Robin? Why don't you go ahead and start on this? I'm going to pull up some numbers.
So yeah, the two parts of it, hats off to Airbnb for providing shelter for all the refugees. So they're trying to provide a place to stay, some comfort for the, was it 10,000 different refugees from
100,000.
Was it 100,000?
100,000.
100,000 refugees from us. That's badass, man. We need more companies, more individuals to lend a helping hand. The Ukrainian citizens didn't ask for this. Even the Russian citizens didn't ask for that either. But
So in 2019, there was 200, I know this is 3 years ago. Actually, let me look at 2020. So in 2019, there was $272 million transacted on Airbnb. Imagine if a third of that was, or not a third, maybe
here's the thing.
a tenth of that was cryptocurrency.
People aren't just like for example, you can go to the Mavs game and pay in Doge. How many people are actually going there and transacting?
But imagine this, Rob. Imagine, right?
It right now in the short term, no way, no shape, or there's no chance there's gonna be a third of the people transacting in crypto. Not at least not in the next 5 years. And
Yeah.
we're just not there yet. How many times have you bought stuff with crypto? You know what? The last time we bought something in crypto was our tickets to Miami to the
That's
Bitcoin conference, baby. They gave us like, what was it, 40% off?
30% discount.
30% off.
It was still $1,500. It was $1,600.
So our $2,000 ticket went down to $1,500.
$1,500.
Russell keeps referencing that there was a hack on Bitcoin today,
A hack on Bitcoin?
or a loophole, some kind of loophole. It was probably, Bitcoin hasn't been hacked ever. there was some vulnerabilities that got patched up, but if there was a loophole, it was probably with an application running on top of it.
We got a new person. We got Bilal in the chat.
Ali. Hola. Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
We're start calling him the champ.
El Campeón.
Ali champ?
El Campeón? No?
He said he's watching us from Pakistan. That's awesome.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah. I love you know what I love about crypto too? Is how like borderless it is. You know, we got people from India, Pakistan, Canada,
That's right.
Ukraine, not Ukraine, Australia.
We got Berlin. Right?
Foster's, Australian for beer. If you're from Australia and that was a good accent, please put a 1 in the chat. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to move on. So obviously with this article, Airbnb, one of the largest housing companies in that sector. And if they start accepting cryptocurrency, this is going to be absolutely huge. More and more companies and sectors of the market will fall in line. And the more use cases you have for crypto, it will drive the price up. All right.
I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna see if there's some news on this Bitcoin thing. If there was, let me say something. If there was any kind of big loophole with Bitcoin,
It would
the
all over the
price
news.
would tank.
It would, yeah, and it would be all over the news.
Like if there was a big, especially for Bitcoin having such a record with no stains on it, it would straight dump. But
HP said he wouldn't pay his taxes in crypto, which is what Colorado's offering. So what if they gave you a 20% discount? If you pay your taxes in crypto, HP, we'll give you 20% discount. What would you do? All right, let's move on while Robin looks up this Bitcoin thing. Meta says its metaverse ambitions won't be possible without better cellular networks. Mark, the robot Zuckerberg, Meta's founder and CEO, said, quote, creating a, yeah, haven't you heard? Some people think he's a robot. Anyways,
kind of
he's a weirdo
on the personality.
He's a weirdo. Said creating a true sense of presence in virtual worlds delivered to smart glasses and VR headsets will require massive advances in connectivity. Man's right. Meta has said that its grand ambition of building the ultimate metaverse won't be possible if there aren't drastic improvements in today's telecom networks. We're working closely with our colleagues to think about what's the next step in terms of innovation, adding that Meta is also working with cellular partners. Well, here's the good news. This company and man have so much freaking money that they can single-handedly upgrade the entire network themselves. So this is the benefit of having giants like Meta, like Apple, like Microsoft come into the cryptocurrency space. They bring their money, they bring their resources, they bring their talent. So this is great. I know a lot of people are fans of Meta. I'm not a fan of Meta or Facebook myself, even though I use Facebook. But what I'm saying is they're coming into the space, they're bringing their money, their resources, and it's something they can't really take over. If they decide to create their own project that's fully centralized, people aren't going to go for that. So come into our space, be open source, allow other people to see what you're doing so we can continue to build out our space, the metaverse, cryptocurrency, and blockchain.
What's that got to do with the cellular networks?
I'm just saying, having a company like Meta come into the space, they have so many resources, they can single-handedly just fix it themselves.
They can
upgrade.
They can rebuild the cellular networks.
Well, the connectivity, they can enhance the connectivity.
They're not
Facebook is worth.
They're not a broadband company.
But I'm saying they have the resources and the money.
Yeah, they got the resources and money to make their own car brand too. They're not going to all of a sudden start building automobiles.
Yeah, but automobiles are not related to what they're doing.
Neither is providing
Yes, it is. It literally, the article talks about for the metaverse to happen, they need connectivity needs to get better.
But they're not a broadband provider. You're okay. It's just like your dumbass Amazon. Like, Amazon got money. They should make their own coin. Facebook got money. They should provide high speed internet.
Just go over your head. I'm saying, they're saying that here's a problem. The connectivity needs to get better for us to use the metaverse. Okay, well, you have a shitload of money.
They're just saying it's not there yet. 6G is fast enough to run the metaverse. Once 6G gets adopted across the world, they're not all of a sudden going to start launching their own cell phones. Get out of here, bro.
You're missing the entire point of the article. And
the entire point of the article is they're just having a statement. Metaverse ain't going to be adopted. Calm the hell down until the wireless network is faster. They don't have a wireless network infrastructure. They're not going to build one. They're not all of a sudden going to be.
They have the resources and the money to If you
because
throw that
they
at me, I
because
swear
they
to God.
have money, all of a sudden they should all of a sudden be building.
I'm not saying they should. I'm saying if they wanted to, they're capable of doing it. Do you not listen to what I say?
I hear you.
You have
I'm
a
just
hearing
saying it makes no-
impediment
makes
too.
no
I know you have a
sense.
speech impediment. Do you have a hearing impediment? You can't hear or what?
I hear you. You're
You
saying
hear me?
that
Well,
a
then,
social
are you
media
not
company-
comprehending what I'm
so
saying?
You're telling me a social media company, for the simple fact that they have money, should take a large part of their money and go build cell phone towers. That's what
It's
you're
not
saying.
about building cell phone
That's
towers.
literally what it is.
They
They
have
don't have this cellular
they have
network.
put in $10 billion into the metaverse. And here's a hurdle. We need better connectivity. Use some of
Okay.
your money and resources to aid in building better connectivity. That's what I'm saying.
If a car company is making a luxury car that isn't designed to be off-road, should they go and build new roads? Should they be out there paving new highways in parts of the country that have no road infrastructure? No,
What?
it's the same thing,
It's
bro.
not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
The dumbest analogy I've ever
It's
heard.
not a dumb analogy.
It's a dumb analogy.
It's not a dumb analogy.
You're
You're
all I'm
saying
saying.
that
I'm
a
not
social
saying
media
they
company
should. I'm not
be out
saying
here.
Robin.
You literally said they should.
I said if they wanted to, they have the money and the resources to help to do that. That's what I said.
You know, have you ever had a really good job where you made a lot of money and somebody comes up to you and be like, "Hey man, you make a lot of money. You should do this, or you should buy this, or you should do this." And then you always look at them, you're like, "Yo, okay, yeah, I make more money than you, I guess, but doesn't mean that I have this surplus of cash I can go invest in some random ass thing." It's the same with a company. I know you look at companies like, "Oh, hey, you got a lot of money. Hey, you got a lot of money, man. You should just build your own cell phone towers if you got a connectivity issue."
If it
Why? Fuck 6G, 10G, baby, let's go. Shit.
Oh my god. Okay. Russell, we need an update on the health. I think Robin is okay. All right, we're done with talking points, I guess. Let's move on. We were gonna do hold 'em or fold 'em since we're running a little late. We're gonna do that tomorrow. So let's get into our markets and let's do some TA market analysis. Let's go. All right, so I want to take a look at the biggest losers and the biggest gainers. Biggest gainers, you have Anchor Protocol back at it, up 15% over the last 7 days. It's in the top 80 now. So broke in the top 100 last week, had a huge run up. Let's look at their chart. They probably doubled or tripled in the last. If we take a look at the 1 month chart, yeah, they had a nice run up here on the 6th of February from $1.40 all the way up to over $4 now. $4.10. Anchor Protocol, biggest gainer of the day. Number 2, we have Convex Finance, Thorchain. Phantom is moving up 20% over the last 7 days, sitting right under $2.
I put that in the thumbnail today.
Phantom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom's a great project. We love Phantom here. Spooky Swap.
We got deep dive on Phantom.
We did.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check out the deep dive. I like how we can get into a heated argument and then just move past it. I feel like that's what adults do.
You know, I don't move past it. You do because you got squirrel brain, bro. Your short term memory is literally.
Back to the charts here, and then curved out, and then Harmony One up 20% over the last 7 days, sitting at 16 cents. And then what are some of the biggest losers? You have Flow Blockchain down 6%, Secret down 4.5%. You have Hot, Helium, CeeLo, and Shiba Inu down 4%. Will Shiba Inu get to 1 penny? Probably not. Most likely not. Unless the cryptocurrency market grows to 70, 80, 100 trillion dollars, then maybe SHIB can be $1 trillion.
Ali was asking about next era for crypto, DeFi, NFT, gaming, metaverse. I will talk about it after this. Once we wrap up the market analysis, I'll give you my thoughts on that.
And then just some quick TA on Bitcoin. I mentioned a triple top. So we keep getting into the zone and retracing. And when you have a triple top, that is extremely bearish. We had a double bottom here, and you see we shot up, and now we're kind of in this zone.
But here's the, you know what's super bullish though?
What?
A double top, and then when you get to it the third time, it breaks through. So
Well, typically tops are bearish.
no, but
'Cause-
a lot of times if you hit a number twice, so say you hit that resistance twice, then the third time, oh, I guess it did hit it 3 times. And that's actually the fourth, right?
Here's the theory behind it, okay? So I always talk about, TA, you take into account market sentiment, right? Each candle represents what happened during that day, and people make decisions based on emotions. So when you get to this level, we get to this level here, 45,000. We can't break through. We come down. Then the bulls are back. We're gonna break it this time. They get up there again. Nope, rejected by the bears. They get there again. Eventually, they're gonna say fuck it, and it's just gonna tank. Because you try to run through a wall, you don't make it. You run through it again, no, you run through it again. Eventually, you're gonna be like, all right, screw this. Like, this is not working.
But 2 times, the third time is more likely
So,
to break up.
that's the sentiment.
The third,
yes.
the third time, then yeah,
It can be, but here's the thing. We are there now, and it's gotten rejected
It
again.
hasn't got rejected. It's right there. It's still testing it. That's what I'm saying. Like we're at this moment of inflection here.
We are
where
currently-
you're either gonna touch twice and then break through,
But we
or
are
you're
cur-
gonna
We're
have
currently
3
outside the zone. We're outside this zone. right now.
That small ass little red candle. Like
Yeah.
I think we're still there. I think we're
No,
still testing it.
So open is
We
at the
haven't-
top,
we
close is
haven't
at the
bounced-
bottom.
So we haven't bounced back down. That's a small little red candle, bro. What was it? 45,000?
This is actually a
to-
bullish. This
for-
is a
for-
bullish. A bearish candle pattern too. So it's called a bearish
I'm
run.
just saying that we're gonna see a big move to the upside or the downside here in the next day or two, man. So put your seatbelts on.
I don't know. I think this is
Put your seatbelts on.
now. Obviously, technicals can be wrong, and they are wrong a lot of the times.
Well, you
But
should be using multiple. You should never put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to be like, hey, you want to take in as much information as possible from different analytics. Whether or not it's volume, wallets. The whale wallets, support resistance.
and I'm looking at the vol. So this big green candle we had, right, where we saw the move up from this 37 to 44,000. There wasn't a lot of volume behind that move, which I thought was kind of weird. I feel like if the volume was there with this big green candle, we would have broken through this resistance zone, but it wasn't. So we're retracing now. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. And then just taking a look at Solana's chart here. So Solana is consolidating right around this range of $85 to $102. I know that's a big range, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how this candle plays out, because if this candle stays the same or the wick gets higher or the body gets smaller, we should see a reversal on Solana coming here soon. So what were some of the questions people were asking?
Ali was wanted me to give my thoughts or our thoughts on the next sector to move.
Go ahead.
Okay. So he said, what do you think about the next era for crypto? So the next big push. So we kind of just came out of the metaverse era. I saw an article this morning where it was Dolly Parton was launching her own metaverse. So
Yeah, we
for
didn't get
me,
to
that is literally the oversaturation of the top for me.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
Dolly
I mean,
Parton
you got the SHIB metaverse, which we've seen no pictures, nothing besides, hey, we're selling land. That's for another story. But anyways, you have all of these different companies getting into the metaverse with nothing to show for it. Every time you type in metaverse in YouTube, you always see in the thumbnail, somebody wearing the damn VR headset. That is the assumption. That is the standard. That is what we expect from the metaverse. However, it is not here. It is not in fruition. It doesn't even exist. And so you have this big run up in the metaverse. You have Decentraland, which just over a year ago was sitting at 10 cents, 8 cents. And this has ran up all the way past $3. And so with nothing to show for it. Yes, there is an active game in Decentraland. However, it is not a metaverse. It is not submersive. You cannot put on a VR headset. And there's no plans implementing it, as far as I know of, at this current moment. Now, in early development, they talked about it incorporating it. The same can be said with Sandbox. And so then you look at Meta. Meta's basically saying, yeah,
we're going to build network towers.
Shut up with that crap right now. So you got Meta saying that Metaverse ain't going to be here until, it ain't coming yet. Basically what they're saying. They're like, hold the horses, and y'all excited. So obviously this sector's overheated. It's due for a pullback. So
it is pulling back.
Now, with that said, you got DeFi, NFT, and gaming. NFTs are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah,
you agree?
Yeah, I think they're more closer to a bubble than
probably more likely for a pullback on there. So
there's so much nasty shit I've been seeing in the NFT space, between 80-90% of projects being whitelist only to some of, like, they took the Doodles NFT and the Subduck NFT and they made Duck Doodles. Like, come on.
Here's the thing: if you're going to whitelist your entire project, here's what ends up happening is that you have a handful of privileged people holding all of the assets, right? Because if I have the capability of getting whitelisted on this project, I probably have the clout and know-how to get whitelisted on another project and another project and another project.
Well, it's not always that. No, typically, it's engagement in their Discord.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you do it once, you're probably more likely to get whitelisted.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm telling you, so what you're doing, you're not diversifying.
I don't like this whole, like, do a whitelist, yes, man, but like 80%, like Invisible Friends was 100% whitelist. So now you have a Discord with 150,000, 300,000 people. People just trying to be active and put as many messages as they can so they level up to become whitelist. And it's useless. You don't build a community that way, because you know what happens? When they get the whitelist and they mint, they are out of that Discord in a heartbeat. That's what happened to CryptoBats. That's what they did, 70% whitelist. And their Discord went from 105,000, now it's down to under 70. It's fake. You're building a fake community. I don't like it, man. And
it's the same mentality I have when looking into a crypto project. It's, if the founders hold 80% of the token, the founders and the whales and the original investors, if they hold 80% of the token, only 20% is available to the public. Like, is that not a gigantic red flag for you?
Yeah, man.
So I want no parts of that. But yet, this is the standard when it comes to NFTs. And there's a reason that if you go look at a TA video or you go look at a deep dive video on any project by any reputable content creator, you're going to see that they talk about tokenomics. It's the standard. You talk about, so why do you talk about tokenomics? Because you're like, hey, this is important. Because if it's not properly distributed and there's not sound reasoning behind why you have it distributed the way you do, there's a chance that it's going to fail, or a big chance. And the same with NFTs. And like I said, if you are whitelisted on multiple projects, at some point you're just going to start taking profits and selling stuff and dumping crap. And, it's just, diversification is the best way to secure a good project. Look how many wallet addresses are in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the top players. So,
all right, guys, we are done for today. Thank you guys so much. To all the new people that came into the chat, welcome to the Crypto Fam. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Also, Russell, we will reach out to get your Bitcoin address and send you that $50 in Bitcoin. Congratulations, my friend. On behalf of...
We're doing $100 for the...
$100 on Friday. The winner of Blockchain Parlay.
There you go.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Peace.
Peace.